Hello there, good afternoon. My name is Baba Tando. I have the latest in the world of sports. Let's get talking right here, right now. And media reports have been rife in the last 24 hours, suggesting that Ghana Premier League side Wa All Stars has been put up for sale by owner and former president of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi. The club has, however, confirmed receiving proposals from potential buyers and investors over the club. Here is Upper West regional-based sports journalist Sani Abacha.
Well, there's likely to be a change as far as ownership is concerned, but on the official angle, there's not been that change of ownership. What I can tell you is that there's been kind of like long plan to change the club's ownership because of the embattled nature of the erstwhile FA president, Kwesi Nyantakyi. The club owner actually came to us some few weeks ago, virtually 2 weeks ago, to kind of like sit down with the club and let them come to an agreement. Are we keeping the club here? Who is taking over? Or we have to bring in the third party, that is an outsider, to take over the club. So when the club owner came to us, he sat down with the opinion leaders and with some targeted group of business people. Unfortunately, they couldn't come to a consensus. At a point in time, Nyantakyi was even willing to kind of like leave the club in 1 year for somebody to plan from your own pocket. You wouldn't offset his debt. You were not taxed to pay anything. All you were to do is run the club administratively, pay your players, and just kind of like keep the club in 1 year. That was the last resort. Due to lack of finances, lack of interest, or whatever I can ascertain, nobody popped up to take it. The few that came, I couldn't come to terms with the troubled FA president. So at the latter stage of the negotiation, I heard of this Pencil saga, that Pencil was in the line negotiating to take ownership of the club, just like we all are hearing today. So it isn't like Pencil just popped up along the line and he's taking over the club as of now. So whatever I'm saying now here is from the media perspective, not as the official PRO of the club, because if they give me a circular to release, I will do as such. But as of now, I can tell you what you guys are seeing on social media is largely true. There might be change of ownership in the coming days because the people of Wa couldn't afford or couldn't come to terms with what President Nyantakyi offered them. He just wanted somebody to run the club so the club wouldn't leave the environs of the region because...
Meanwhile, management of the club has denied selling it to former Black Stars defender John Pencil, as reported in the media over the last 24 hours. Now, in a statement released by the club, it says that while All Stars Football Club can confirm there's no truth in media reports of a sale or a takeover of the club. The club has received approaches from potential investors proposing various forms of investments in the club. However, there has been no agreement with any interest group about a sale or partnership, while All Stars Football Club will not be making any further comment. And this has been signed by Operations Manager Nana Obri Yeboah. All right, away from Wa All Stars, let's talk about Kumasi Asante Kotoko. And they have described the protest by Cotton Sport Garoua of Cameroon to have them thrown out of the Confederation Cup. They say it lacks merit. Now, the Cameroonian side reported the Porcupine Warriors to CAF over the ineligibility of player Kwame Bonsu to feature in last Sunday's match. Here's a report by Nana Asari Bidiakon.
In a 7-page document signed by the president of Cotton Sports and general secretary, they explained possible violation of Article 6, subsection 5 of the competition rules on players' JC number in the playoffs phase of the CAF club competition. According to the reports, the document carried Kwame Bonsu's name in JC number 8, while the documents of the reverse fixture have the same player's name affiliated to the number 3 JC, which is a violation of Article 6, Clause 5 of the competition rules. They claim Kwame Bonsu used 2 different JCs in both legs of the game. Kotoko are, however, yet to receive an official communication from CAF about the complaint of the Cameroonian club.
But the representative of the club in Accra, Edmond Aka, says the case lacks merit.
They are jokers. They are jokers in the sense that after we beating them 3-2 in Yaoundé, they started by saying Kwame Bonsu is not eligible to play and that CAF should take Asante Kotoko out from the competition. Their reasons were that Kwame Bonsu played without ITC. And now, after the return match, the ITC case was dropped. And they are now talking about a game in Cameroon where he wear number 8 JC. For Kotoko, number 8 JC is Kwame Boahin and not Kwame Bonsu. And Kwame Bonsu will never ever wear number 8 JC because even in that JC, the players' names are at the back of the JC. So how can a number 3 JC, which has a name by name Kwame Bonsu, wear number 8 JC by name Kwame Boahin? So they have no case at all. They are jokers. They should go and prepare their team well and come back again.
So what assurances can you give fans of the club?
Yes, they should continue celebrating the victory. They should not be bothered by this fake protest issue. I've said 2 things. The jerseys are with numbers and names, and there's no way Bonsu will wear Boahin jersey.
Right, so away from Ghana and our brouhaha of football, let's talk about the Australian Open. This gentleman right here, Rafael Nadal, is through to the finals of the 2019 Australian Open. He will be awaiting the winner of the game between Novak Djokovic and Luca Pouille of France. And then in the ladies category, Karolina Pliskova, she lost to Naomi Osaka, and Petra Kvitova beat American Danielle Collins. So it means that Petra Kvitova and US Open champion Naomi Osaka will be facing off in the women's finals. You can check out more on myjournalline.com/sports. I tweet at the handle at Babatando. Same for Instagram. Sports is done. Good afternoon.